Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another Brotato Danger 5 3MO run, where we're going to be combining 3 characters into a horrible monstrosity and seeing if we can beat Danger 5 with it. In this case, I want to go all in on trees. So the character that we're going to play is going to be the Explorer, which creates a larger map and more trees, the Cryptid, who has more trees on the battlefield, and the Farmer, because then, when we cut down a tree, we're going to be gaining harvesting. This is going to be a very weird combination, because these characters each have minus 50% money from enemies, and I genuinely don't know what's going to happen when we kill an enemy and are supposed to get negative 50% materials from them. You'll also notice that we're playing without the balance changes that the GMO mod normally comes with. The mod author has added a toggle for that, which I think is great. So we have no XP gain, no increased enemies, no item price change, and no enemy speed change. So we're just playing with the normal balance of the game, but with 3 characters. So this should be a little bit harder than other GMO runs, because the increased enemy spawns from those balance modifiers, I think, actually made the game significantly easier in sort of default GMO difficulty. All right, let's see how high we can stack that harvesting by cutting down trees. I think we're going to go with pruners for this one to see if we can pick up as many fruits as possible on the farmer. So let's get into it. So although we're the cryptid, so we do get money. Oh, wait, did that guy drop materials? Wait, what's happening? Okay, so we have minus 150% spawn from material spawn from enemies, but it seems like they are dropping materials. Well, that's weird. I don't know why that's happening, but that should be worth some money for us. We also have already gotten up to 28 harvesting just by cutting things down and picking up the fruits, so our harvesting is going to increase dramatically. How we want to actually deal damage is going to be a problem. This character has minus 40% starting damage and a bunch of other penalties. Enemies are faster, and so on. So we're going to have to build our character in such a way as to actually be able to clear the enemy waves, or we could get in trouble. But we do have a lot of money to do that with. I'm going to here roll, because I want either harvesting or luck. Luck is so important for Explorer builds that it's very much worth rolling for it, although since we've rolled twice and missed, I'll just take max HP here, and then we'll grab some harvesting. Going to grab the pruner. I don't think we care that much about alien tongue. The pickup radius is nice for picking up the consumables when we kill a tree, but we don't want to pick up too many consumables at low health, because we want to pick them up at full health so the farmer can give us harvesting. So let's just roll past that. I'll take the pruner, and I'm going to lock Scar and Scared Sausage. This is one way we could deal damage, is with Scared Sausage plus Pocket Factory, so that we could set everything on fire. We could definitely be an engineering type build if we roll into the right combination of items for it, and this is one of them. I was expecting to get no money from enemies, so I don't know exactly how this build is going to play out in practice, since we are getting money from enemies. I'm trying to cut down trees, I think, because we want to build harvesting rather than save our money in order to, or save the trees in order to get money from the cryptid, but if a tree lives or dies, it's sort of all good for us, so we win either way. I'm going to take the ugly tooth here, and we'll take luck. When we're breaking this many trees, luck, of course, is critically important. I'm going to roll here. I could take 8% damage, but I'd rather find more luck if we can. And then here, attack speed would be nice, HP would be nice, but again, we can roll for luck or harvesting, so I'm going to do that. Missed twice. Do I want to roll a third time? I think I do. We have a lot of money to spend, so rolling for the stats that will help us the most, I think, is actually quite valuable for this character. A roll here. Although we do have 5 weapons, this is only the Wave 2 shop, so we can roll for more pruners and try to maximize our number of pruners here. Level that up. Roll again. We are starting to get really expensive rerolls, so I'm actually going to buy the Scar rather than reroll again. 8 pruners after the first 2 shops is pretty good, and this way we aren't spending 9 on a reroll in the early game, which of course is a lot of money to throw away. Definitely going to need to boost my damage output because our pruners are not doing a phenomenal job of clearing these enemies so far. And every time we tank a hit, we're going to end up with fewer harvesting. I say as I immediately tank a hit. You're going to end up with less harvesting because the farmer doesn't get any unless you're at full health when you pick up the consumable. The investment in luck really paying off. As you can see, we already dropped 3 crates. Take the broken mouth. I will take the injection as well. Got to recover my percent damage. And we'll take the weird food. And then here, let's go ahead and roll. Looking for more luck if we can find it. Gonna roll one more time. But I'll take movement speed as well. Moving from tree to tree is going to be very important. So move speed is also really good for this character. Take the scared sausage and the weird food. This won't do that much yet. But if we find a pocket factory, we can probably invest in it. That said, I'm not going to lean so heavily into the scared sausage that we won't take lost duck, which is really important. The item we're hoping to see the most, of course, is bag, as with every explorer run. Will the pruner and the coffee be better than the metal detector? I think, actually, since we are dropping materials from enemies, the metal detector is good enough to pick up early, and of course it's 6 luck, so that's even more items from trees. Trying not to tank hits here. I really just want to be running around cutting down trees is the thing that we care about the most. I should try to step on and pick up these consumables while we're at full health. That guarantees that we get the harvesting, and also that the harvesting activates this wave. Harvesting ticks as soon as the wave ends, so any harvesting you pick up as farmer during the wave, you get immediately. Any that you wait until the end of the wave, when you suck in all the consumables, we won't get value from that harvesting until next wave. I'm going to grab the lemonade here, and yep, we're going to do scared sausage stuff, so the snake is good. Helmet still useful, even though we do, of course, want to build lots of move speed. Lowering my melee damage, definitely a little painful, but we'll take the peaceful beat as well. Luck is so important to this character, we're just going to grab 5 of it here, even though it's a level 1 upgrade, and then I will take 4 melee damage. We will buy out this entire shop. Get our free reroll, and a turret, which can help break trees for us. Another pruner, yes please. A sad tomato. While this does mean we're going to be at lower health at the start of waves, so that we might get 1 or 2 fewer harvesting because of that, regeneration will help us stay at max health all of the rest of the time when it's not the immediate beginning of the wave. So the sad tomato will still get us more money overall. Goat skull I don't think is worth locking, but of course we're going to lock a pruner. You can see, yeah, we lost 1 harvesting because we picked up that 1 box. Well, we had some missing health, but it's really not a huge cost to have the sad tomato, and it's going to help keep us at full health for the entire rest of the wave, so definitely going to be worth more money for us. Without it there, we wouldn't have gotten that harvesting, so after I took that hit. So it's already sort of broken even. What I like about this is I don't have to feel bad if I miss breaking a tree, because we get value from the cryptid if we don't break a tree, and we get value from the farmer if we do. I'll take the landmines here, defective steroids, yep. Yeah, we can take some crit chance. You know what, we're just going to be taking, like, everything on this run, because we can afford to build pretty much any kind of thing. Then I'm going to roll, because I'm looking for elemental damage, harvesting. Yeah, any of these. I also wouldn't mind some dodge. I think I'm going to... I guess we have 209 harvesting, so I don't really need to build harvesting just yet. Let's go ahead and take 9% dodge, because I'm going to want to start building that pretty soon. And again, luck is so important to this character that we're going to pick it up. Grab the tree, pruner, and campfire, and then roll. Eye surgery. Yep, we will be doing, again, scared sausage stuff, so we'll take the eye surgery. Is it worth it to buy mutation just to boost my elemental damage? I think not until we have Pocket Factory, though boiling water is a more efficient way to buy elemental damage, so we will buy that. Oops, I broke that second tree too soon, so I cost myself 1 harvesting by doing that. Because we hadn't quite healed up to full yet. What I really want, of course, the number one item that we're looking for here is Pocket Factory. We also could really use Clockwork Wasp, the item that both increases your move speed and the attack speed of your constructs, because that would mean more spawns from our gardens, while at the same time making us faster to travel around picking up the consumables. We are starting to take a few hits here, so I do need to actually buy some defensive stats pretty soon. Because right now, we don't have great ways to defend ourselves. And our wave clear is not tremendous. Take the Lost Duck here and the Propeller Hat. And then crit chance is not bad for pruners. It actually gives you a decent amount of additional damage. We'll take the armor here as well. So 7 armor puts us in a much better spot defensively. Boiling Water, Compass, and Riposte are all reasonable for this build. They exist! Fireballs. They do exist. I was struggling so hard to find them in that one run where I was trying to find them. But they're real. We've caught them on camera. I'm not going to pick it here, but it is good to know that fireballs do, in fact, exist in the game still. We'll take the Bowler Hat as well, and then go to Wave 7. So far, this run is not as nonsensical yet as the Farmer Entrepreneur run, but we're getting there. Our harvesting is starting to really take off, so the harvesting growth that we're going to get is going to be pretty ridiculous pretty soon. We could have done this like Explorer, Farmer, Entrepreneur instead of Cryptid, but I liked the Cryptid just because we're doing the tree theme. Not killing any enemies here. It is weird that minus 150% money from enemies causes enemies to sometimes spawn materials. I don't really know what's happening there. We'll take this. We'll definitely take the Lure. Blood Leech. I will lose 3 harvesting, but I think it's worth taking that as well. We don't care about range damage, so yep, Cute Monkey, and we'll take the Campfire. I'm going to take 4 Engineering here because we will eventually hope to build into an Engineering build. And then all of these are really good. I think I need the maximum HP because right now my max HP is quite low. We'll take this. Little Frog does cost me dodge, but gives me harvesting and pickup radius. I think that's worth picking up at this point. We will continue to upgrade our pruners so that we get even more harvesting and more spawns. And then, yep, there's another one. Whetstone, we obviously don't need because the lifesteal isn't particularly valuable to us, but we'll lock that metal detector. I would like to get a little more healing so that we can pick back up, so our regeneration can put us back to full health sooner. And of course, it would be really nice to be able to pick up Pocket Factory. Bag and Pocket Factory are the 2 items we're looking for the absolute most. This is an Explorer run without Bag, and the Bag would have been worth, I don't know, already like 500 materials or something like that, because we found 5 boxes every wave so far. There's 1 loot alien down. Let's see if we can take this one out as well. There we go. I did tank some damage doing that, but we got the 2 extra boxes from the loot aliens. Breaking all these trees. And made 640 materials there. I'll take the bait. This will cause me to take some damage. So, Ball and Chain, I don't know, does this won't make my constructs slower. It will reduce the attack speed of my pruners. Although adding knockback to pruners isn't terrible. Increasing the damage, giving me armor and knockback, does cost me 3% speed, won't slow the attacks of my pruners. I'm going to pick up the Ball and Chain, I think. This might end up being a mistake. No, actually, I think I'm not going to, because I think we will want to build attack speed and try to actually kill the elites. This build is powerful enough, so I think we're going to recycle the Ball and Chain. Bag, perfect. Tractor, great. Peacock going into wave 9, awesome. All of those are excellent. And 12% movement speed. That's the reason to build luck also, is you get stuff like that. So that couldn't have been a better set of boxes if we had sort of drawn it up on paper. There's the Pocket Factory as well, so all coming up Millhouse. And I'll take a Bean Teacher again. We have Scar already and the Peacock, but we're going into wave 9, so we're going to get a bazillion XP now. That's a technical term. And another bait in this wave. Do I want a second one? I think we can survive 2 baits. And then another bag. Awesome. And we'll go ahead and lock the cog and the wheelbarrow and go to wave 9. Given that I have all of these trees and gardens on the map, I don't think we're in a ton of danger of dying to the lampreys. Although, as I say that, I immediately took 1,000,000 damage. But we're just going to use the consumables to heal up here and tank through the lampreys. The bait is definitely costing me a little bit in the way of harvesting, but we're slowly whittling these guys down. So I think we basically spent, I don't know, 10, 20 harvesting on that, which is, of course, a huge penalty, but for 16% damage, a couple more material drops from enemies, maybe it wasn't worth it. The second bait might have been a mistake. I think one would have been more manageable. But either way, this run is strong enough that I'm happy to just go with the flow. Of course, this run won't reach the heights of the other run because this version of the GMO mod doesn't have the Dusty Fedora, which was providing infinite luck when we were playing that combination, and that was part of what made this so broken. But this is going to be still a tremendously powerful run. As you can see, we got 5 levels, 7 crates, each of which were worth 30 materials, because we have 2 bags as well. I'll take Baby with a Beard, that can help us break trees. Blood donation will mean that we're not always at maximum HP, but I'm going to take it for more harvesting. Take a metal detector. Baby elephant, sure. Campfire, yep. Ritual, I'm going to pass on, because I actually want to boost my engineering. That's going to be our main method of clear speed at this point, I think, is our engineering. And then we'll take some luck. We will take 12% dodge. As you can see, our 100 luck really coming into play here. 2 armor, and we're doing well. Strange Book, awesome. That's going to boost our engineering when we buy elemental damage, and we are doing both of those things. So we're just going to go ahead and buy all of this, and then reroll. There's the Ball and Chain as an option again, but I think we're going to pass on it. At this point, I think I can afford to take Little Frog again. Obviously, our harvesting is quite high already, but the pickup radius isn't terrible for a build that's mostly healing from consumables, and we will be able to reach dodge cap anyways, I think, without too much trouble. Go ahead and combine the pruners. I really do want something that gives me attack speed on my constructs, because we have so many constructs that we're going to buy this entire shop again. 2 incendiary turrets. The more of these we get, the better, of course, because this is an increased map size map. So the more incendiary turrets we have, the more likely they are to actually hit things. Also, one thing that's helping us out is Explorer and Farmer are both tagged with pickup. So we are more likely to find bags, we're more likely to find items that trigger off of picking up boxes and consumables. So we're more likely to find healing, like weird food and lemonade. So this character combination has the shop tags to support this playstyle, as well as just being very powerful. Sure, I'll take another tractor, going back down to minus 35% damage, and then we'll grab a pruner, do one more reroll, and pick up a turret. Energy bracelet, great. Very happy to see that as well. And let's go to wave 10. So you can see I am tanking some damage, of course, from the blood donation. We're taking damage every second. But as soon as we get just a little bit more regeneration, that will reach the point where we're not at... where we are always at full health anyways, so we're still going to get tons of harvesting from picking up boxes. And then a lot of our harvesting is going to come from picking up boxes at the end of the wave. Once you have enough regeneration, having blood donation actually makes you better at picking up harvesting as the farmer, because it pulls in you'll take 1 tick of damage, it'll start pulling in the consumable, but then you have so much regeneration that you're at full health by the time the animation finishes and it actually lands on your character. So you actually get better at building harvesting with blood donation, counterintuitively, once your regeneration gets high enough. Which, of course, ours isn't quite at that point yet, but will be soon, hopefully. Definitely taking that. More burning, sure. Slower enemy move speed. I guess I'll take this because it pulls a unique out of the pool. Metal detector, leather vest, coupon. Alloy does cost me dodge, which we want, but elemental, engineering, and melee damage are all great for us, so we will go ahead and take that. I'm going to take 4 armor here just to prevent us from dying, and then 9 dodge to get back towards dodge cap. Take the energy bracelet. Don't want blood leech because we don't use the lifesteal at all, so it's just -3 harvesting for +2 regeneration for a bunch of money. Losing attack speed is painful, but I'll take the missile anyways, because our percent damage is horrible. I kind of think it's fun that we're getting so much XP, so I'm going to keep buying the scars just for fun. I think we have enough XP gain with however much we have here. 115%, so 95% additional XP before I picked up that scar, that it's not going to actually help this character, but it is just fun that we're getting that many levels, so we're going to just lean into that. Roll here. We have enough regeneration to support the weird ghost, so we won't die if I pick this up, so I'm going to do that. Take the eye surgery. Medical turret, I don't think we need. We have tons of healing. If you have 11 or more regeneration, you can take weird ghost while you have blood donation safely, because you'll heal back up before the first damage tick. You'll gain 1 hit point, so the weird ghost won't kill you. And we're at that point, so we're safe to buy it. Take the pruner and the energy bracelet, and then roll. Another lure, yes, and a propeller hat, and roll. And sure, more scars, more pruners. Tentacle as well is another way to heal. And our pickup radius is quite large already, so I'm kind of enjoying that too. We're going to take the alien tongue as well. So you can see here, we're going to gain a hit point before the weird ghost ticks, and we don't die. I did come pretty close to just walking into an enemy and dying, though, which would have been very funny. I, like, walked towards where that ribcage was spawning and almost got hit by it. These ribcages are getting quite fast, so we are going to take a few hits from them. I'm trying to pull them through my turrets. And we need to wait for enough trees to spawn that we have enough turrets on the map to actually kill them. Which we're currently getting, but definitely we were taking a little bit of damage at the beginning because our clear speed isn't amazing until the Pocket Factory has given us enough turrets for it. I didn't really talk about it when I bought it, but the baby with a beard is because it applies scared sausage, so even though we don't use the ranged damage component of the baby with a beard, it's still amazing for applying scared sausage and also for breaking trees, which can help our Pocket Factory make even more turrets. We'll take the nail here. Engineering is something we want, and now our pruners will do even more damage. White flag I will recycle. I do want more enemies on the field. Take that. Losing 8 luck is tough on this character, but I've sort of committed to buying all of the XP gain, so we're going to take that. Great find on the adrenaline, that's more healing. I'll take the hedgehog here as well. Losing 1 regeneration, definitely a real downside, but the melee damage helps with our pruners. Here, let's just go ahead and take 4 armor, and then 9 max HP. I will take 9% crit chance as well. We're actually getting towards like maxed out crit chance, and 8% damage. Although we do lose 5 engineering, the wolf helmet is still great for us. 10 elemental damage is awesome. And of course, the 10 elemental damage that we get counteracts the engineering loss because we have the strange book. So we are getting, we basically get 10 elemental damage and 5 engineering and 20 luck when we buy wolf helmet. So it's an awesome item for this character. Buy all of these and then roll. Decomposing flesh, we could potentially get our lifesteal back into the positives if I bought enough lifesteal, but I don't think we're going to go that direction really. Take that. I will take the metal detector. We don't need medical turret. We've got plenty of other ways to heal. We have 19 armor, so yeah, I'll pay 6% attack speed for 19 HP. I think that's fine, and then we're just going to go ahead and buy out the rest of this shop. Roll again. I want the mouse, because more enemies is more good, and the bandana as well is going to help out our Pocket Factory massively. That's a huge amount of bonus damage from the Pocket Factory. Take the fuel tank, and I'll take the compass for a free reroll as well. Anvil will help upgrade our pruners, and then I'm going to lock this one because that's a level for our anvil. Coffee. Losing 2 elemental damage, definitely painful, but I think I am just locking this entire shop because all of these items are really good for us. Alright, let's see if we can kill this elite. Where are you? Always funny on explorer runs, because the elite is going to spawn and you'll have no idea where it is. So I wanted to light it on fire, and then I want to run around breaking some trees so there's enough Pocket Factory turrets to deal damage to it while we're also hitting it with our weapons. And I think that should give us enough damage to kill the elite. Though this elite in particular is a little bit difficult because it runs away from you. So it's going to be hard to... On an elite that followed us around, we could try to pull it. We could bait it into a big pile of Pocket Factory turrets, like one of the big clusters of turrets that's on the map. For this elite, which runs away, it's harder for us to get it to go near where all the turrets are. So we still killed it, but it was a closer run thing than it would have been with a different elite. That's a lot of boxes. Sure, I'll take a fertilizer and a recycling machine. Recycling machine amazing with this many boxes, obviously. Take a compass and a tractor. Yeah, we'll grab 15 crit chance and 50 range. Pumpkin is great. Piercing damage is very important for our Pocket Factory shots. And then we'll take the explosive turret as well. Recycle the bat, buy the Lost Duck, and take 9% more crit chance because it's a level 4 upgrade. I think I want the move speed here. We're almost at dodge cap, so I could like take elemental damage or roll for percent damage or something, but going up to 37 move speed I think will help us out a lot. Take the damage here because our percent damage is the one thing that this character is really still struggling with, so we do want to boost that if we can. We will have to do some anvil math when we see more weapons. Right now, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 waves before we're at maximum on everything. So depending on what weapons we roll into, we may or may not actually buy them, because they might or might not increase or decrease the number of waves it'll take to reach maximum. There's dodge cap, and losing 2 melee damage is worth it for the regeneration and health, so we'll take the shmoop. Increased enemy health. This character does do a lot of damage, but we don't really need the HP, so I don't think Alien Baby is particularly good. I'll take Hunting Trophy. Not only is this good with our high crit chance on our actual weapon attacks, the possibility is there for us to find Pile of Books, which can allow our constructs to critically hit, which would be really amazing with the Hunting Trophy and boost our economy even further. Take the additional elemental damage, we'll take the tentacle, we'll take the coffee and the bowler hat, and we'll roll. Capping my speed at 47. Now I do want these stats, but I kind of want to get to like 100 speed before I cap my speed with shackles because of the large map, the increased map size. I think even more movement speed is good, and I just like running around really fast. So we're going to pass on the shackles. I hope to see these again when we have a little bit more movement speed. I'll take the Ice Cube, though. This is a pretty significant DPS boost. And then we're going to roll. This does cost me harvesting, but Rip and Tear is another big damage boost for our character. So we're going to pick that up, grab the book and the injection, and go to wave 13. And yes, we are only on wave 13. And we're in a wildly post-endgame state on this build, because our economy was so ridiculous. This was not intended as a difficult run, and it has certainly not turned out to be a difficult run, but I do just really enjoy these runs where we get to run around and cut down trees and silly things happen. Don't think we're going to reach the, 20,000 harvesting that we reached on the Entrepreneur Farmer run, but we are going to get the, most crates in a wave that we've ever seen, basically. I really want Sift's Relic or a bunch of baby geckos. We've actually seen none of those, so we're not pulling in materials that much. Trying to make sure we're still breaking trees for the additional boxes. Yeah, I'll take another Peaceful Bee. That gets my dodge back over cap. Oh, wait, we're Cryptid, so our dodge cap is 70%. Right. Forgot about that. Take the metal here, and sure, more dodge cap, and a missile, and a wings, and a helmet, and a diploma, and another of our 3 hunting trophies, and 19 armor is fine, I think, so I'll take the elemental damage, because that also gives me engineering. We'll take some regeneration here as well, and there's the move speed I was talking about. Again, we can afford to buy a Weird Ghost, because we have enough regeneration to support it without dying, so I'll pick that up. Going above 100 HP isn't that important, even if we then wanted to go into endless mode or something like that. More than 100 HP isn't that critical in general, but of course, Weird Ghost is very efficient, so getting 100 HP off it is pretty nice. A roll here, and we'll take a Tyler for sure. Roll again. Grinds Magical Leaf. Awesome. Capping my speed at 70. How do we feel about that? I think I really do want to get to 100, so I'm going to roll past that. There's the Clockwork Wasp. I was talking about this item. This is a huge bonus to the number of fruits that we're getting, and of course, the power of our constructs overall. So, very happy to take this. Shady Potion. Roll again. Capping my max HP at 100 I don't care about, so I am going to take the handcuffs here. And I'll take the wheat as well, although it does cost me elemental damage. It gives us a bunch of other stats that we want. Roll, and we'll take the wheelbarrow. We will take the charcoal. And for 55, I think we can reroll one more time. I'll take the baby elephant as well. Is that better than coffee? I think it actually is going to help my wave clear more than the coffee will. And then we will skip the piggy bank. Again, came very close to just walking into an enemy and dying there, which would have been a very funny way to end this run. I was talking so much about the items that we bought that I did forget that I had Weird Ghost and just charged straight at the nearest enemy spawn. Something that I think is very funny in the comments in general is people will often say, he definitely forgot about Weird Ghost, when I definitely didn't. But in this case, I definitely did. I think because I almost always say everything I'm thinking about, people assume that if I don't say something, then I didn't think of it. But not always the case. I love getting 1,500 harvesting. All right, we'll take the piggy bank when it shows up in a box. It'll stop it from showing up in the shop again. Banner we will take, because we want the attack speed, and the range isn't horrible. Take the coffee. Night Goggles, even more range, does cost me some other stats, but gets our crit chance almost to maximum. We could take dodge, but I'm just going to take 20 luck here. Even more luck is great, and elemental damage. We will take engineering, and this next shop we'll take the coffee, tree, and the clover. That puts us over our actual dodge cap with the cryptid, and then we're going to roll. Honey is not a unique item anymore. I think for a while it was unique. This is a spot, by the way, where we're not going to buy the pruner because we have anvil. In a normal run without anvil, we would buy the pruner. But because we have it, if we combined these two into a level 4 and then bought the pruner, it would take 3 waves for us to have 6 maxed out weapons, whereas right now it'll only take 2. So we're better off just not buying the additional weapon here. I'm going to take the honey because we do have a bunch of explosion damage, so we'll pick that up. It's a good item for us. Keep buying more harvesting when I see it, even at the cost of armor, just because that's fun. Take the riposte. I would like to get positive percentage damage. That's the thing that we're missing the most at the moment. Another Clockwork Wasp is amazing, and I'm very happy to just buy all these items, and then we'll roll. Octopus does cost me crit chance, gives me HP regen and max HP. The max HP not that important, although it does offset the leather vest. Yeah, I think the octopus on balance is worth taking. It's pretty close though. And I guess never mind. Forget I said anything because it gets us to 69% crit chance. So obviously we've got to take the octopus. I'll take the leather vest here and go to even more dodge cap, but increasing our armor, of course, is important. And the boxing glove, I don't have a coil or anything yet. How's our knockback? It's at 1. So I'm going to buy the boxing glove on spec in case we find coil, because then we'll want positive knockback to increase our damage. Take the lost duck here, and alien worm, we don't really care about. The 2 regeneration would be fine, but I prefer the consumable heal. I didn't buy Weird Ghost this run, or this shop, so we don't have to worry too much about spawning in. I do need to find where the elite is. There it is, as it comes just charging across the screen at me. Where is it? And the elite is one of the easier ones, I think, for this character to fight in general, because it's going to charge straight at us, so we can pull it towards our constructs and they can help us kill it. So you can see now we're at the point where we're actually better at gaining harvesting because we have the blood donation, because I'm like walking past these groupings of consumables and they get pulled towards us using our pickup radius because we've taken the blood donation tick, but then by the time they actually arrive at our character, we're back at full HP. So we get more harvesting that way. Wisdom, I don't think is particularly good for this character, but I'm going to take it just because it's a unique item, and we've got so many boxes showing up, I just want to pull this out of the pool. Wandering Bot, I don't think we care about. Explosive Turret is great. Ritual, let's go ahead and recycle. I will take the bait, trying to get back to positive damage. I'm going to recycle the white flag, take the cute monkey, take the metal. Yeah, although we're over cap on some of those stats, I still want the metal. And then let's roll. I think we're okay without the 8 harvesting. I'm actually going to take 60 range. We can get back to positive range, and that makes it a little easier for this character to fight. I'm going to take the attack speed here. The melee damage would be fine as well, but I'm sort of hoping that we roll into improved tools at some point, so I do want to build some attack speed speculatively for that. Generally, I don't advise building stats in a purely speculative manner like that, like stats that are only good once you find an item that you don't have yet, but this build is so ridiculous that we can afford to do that. Take 16% damage, and we will take some more crit chance, getting back towards max crit chance, and rewarded because we got the pile of books, so now our structures will be able to critically hit using our 73% crit chance, and that's going to be a tremendous increase to our damage and wave clear. Wheat, I will take again. I'll take the Claw Tree as well because it's a free reroll. Regeneration Potion, perfect. We will start with 50% HP, so this will give us 2 regeneration off the start, but also just faster healing. And the Cog we'll take, and a unique out of the pool, which is nice as well. Going to continue to try to go to 100 crit chance. Giant's Belt, another unique, and also will help us kill elites and bosses even faster. Gambling Token. Oh, obviously I shouldn't have bought that. I forgot I was well over dodge cap. Our first Gentle Alien, that's a pretty nice find. We do have a mouse for increased enemy spawns, but even more increased enemy spawns will certainly help, especially since we apparently can get money from enemies, even though Explorer, minus 50% material drop from enemies, Cryptid, minus 50% material drop from enemies, and Farmer, minus 50% materials dropped. So I don't know if like the Farmer one, because it has a different wording, is making the material dropped modifiers smaller for the Explorer and Cryptid, and we're ending up with only minus 50%, or if it's doing like some kind of buffer overflow, and overflowing, negative 50% just gets read as 50%. It's pretty clear that we've got 50% material drop from enemies, however that happened, even though that's a very weird number for it to have arrived at, given the characters that we have. I'll take the Mastery and the Weird Food and the Peaceful Bee, and then roll. Fried rice is great, lots of enemies burning. We'll take all of these items, although I guess we're over dodge cap, but we're not quite over crit chance cap yet, so or to 100% crit chance yet, so the blindfold is still good. And increasing our dodge is good in case we find Retromation's hoodie. That will boost our attack speed dramatically anyways. So we can afford to buy some dodge over dodge cap and have it be excellent regardless. Gnome, lots of stats that we want, so we'll pick that up. We'll take the tree and we'll roll. The tardigrade doesn't do anything. This would be good if we hadn't built the blood donation and we're planning to go for a deep endless run with this build. But we have built the blood donation, so it doesn't do anything. And then I'll take the lucky coin, because this is a huge amount of bonus luck. We will grab the clockwork wasp, and I'll take the fin, because then I will be almost at 100 move speed, and if we find the shackles again, then I will very happily buy them, because our move speed will be so high that... I like that we have 2 explosive turrets on the map here, and despite this map being enormous, yeah, they both spawned directly adjacent to each other. Thanks, game. It doesn't seem to be mattering, but that is very funny. Also, notice that we have like no turrets in the middle of the arena in this configuration. We have had no trees spawn in the center of the arena. Our hunting trophies are now kind of going off as well because we have the pile of books, so our structures critically hit. And we did confirm, thanks to the people who confirmed this in the comments, that pile of books works with hunting trophy, so your structures can give you additional hunting trophy money. Yeah, we'll take another black belt. Losing 8 luck when we have 474 I don't think is a tremendous problem. Coupon. I think now I'm going to pick up the white flag. This is like the 8th time we've seen it, so I do hate reducing the number of enemies we see, but this is really starting to pollute our shop, so I'm going to take it just to get a unique an item out of the pool. We will not be taking Estee's couch for the same reason, because this is such a bad item for us, but for the white flag, I think it was fine. Snowball, we obviously would have loved to buy this earlier, but we will hopefully be able to increase our elemental damage in future, and the snowball can help with that. This will bring us up to 5, that's plus 5 elemental damage, because we have the snowball, so already working. Second baby with a beard, great. We will take some percentage damage, and we're almost at 0 again. Let's go with crit chance here, and armor. And then we're going to buy these items and roll. Tentacle brings us ever so close to 100% crit chance. And then level 4 Thunder Sword is pretty tempting, though it would mean giving up a pruner. I think if I found a legendary weapon, I would swap to it just for fun, but the Thunder Sword I don't think is going to actually hit enemies enough to be that exciting. So I'm going to take the pencil here. Take the Insanity just to go over 100% crit chance, and it increases our luck as well. More movement speed, so we're at 103. So now if I find the shackles, I will pick it up. Ball and chain, I think we still don't want. The number of unique items that you don't want in some builds has increased, which does make endless runs harder after the patch. The shop is a lot more dilute, because there's a lot more items in the patch, and there's also fewer uniques that you can just buy to get them out of the pool. Because in endless mode, you really don't want ball and chain, so, at least until very, very late endless mode, where you're not doing any damage with your weapons anyways. So the existence of items like this does make endless mode runs harder. All that said, none of that matters for us, just a thought that I had, but improved tools is amazing for us, because that's going to make our constructs that much better, and even more consumables spawning. Take the tree here, jelly we don't need, I'm gonna reroll. Candle, how many enemy spawns do we have? 40% additional enemy spawns. I think I'm still just gonna pass on the candle. Then we're going to roll here. We'll take the turret. Wheat I will pick up, I think. And then we're going to roll again. All right, well, there's the legendary item that I said we would pick up if we saw it. So we're going to go ahead and recycle out of the pruner. and pick up the Gatling laser, because that's just awesome. We love Gatling laser. Does 100% of our range damage, which isn't that much, but 20% of our engineering, which is a lot. And we can start buying ranged damage now if we see it. Nothing here that I want. Let's roll. I'll take the gnome, alien tongue, and dynamite and roll. And we will go ahead and buy a helmet as well. Stop with 87 here. So the Gatling laser is not going to do a ton of damage right away, although obviously it will still be our highest damage output weapon. But because we have negative ranged damage, it's not at its best at the moment. That said, it's still hitting for 130 or whatever that is. I love 100 move speed. Look at our little red gnome hat just bouncing up and down. Because the walk cycle for this character is so goofy when it's this fast. The difficulty with the 3MO mod, which is awesome, of course, I don't mean to say it's not, is just that it's so hard to do a 3-character combination that isn't absolutely busted. Obviously, the ones we've done so far have been kind of intended to be busted, but it's especially funny in this case. I'm going to go ahead and take the ritual here, because our percent damage is really low. I want to increase that. Take the robot arm, energy bracelet. Yeah, I'll take that. It does reduce the range damage for our Gatling laser, but I think that's fine. I think, honestly, we're just going to take, like, basically every item we see. Mammoth. 5 regeneration, still good, and 20 melee damage is great, so we'll take that. We'll take the metal, take the hedgehog. That helps boost our range damage back towards 0. Still not taking Estes couch. Yep, still taking that. We'll take this, and we'll take 4 range damage to just get back up towards nominal. And let's take 8% damage, and we're at positive damage for the first time in an awfully long time in this run, if ever. This immediately sets our percent damage lower, but it's still worth picking up. We'll take the wolf helmet as well, and then we'll roll. Roll again. I will take the toxic sludge, and then roll again. We will... I'm going to buy Gummy Berserker, because we have improved tools, so the 5% attack speed is still really good for us. Cute Monkey does reduce my ranged damage, but even more healing. Take the coupon. I did say I would buy every XP gain item. Doubling enemy health is a challenge when we're going into the elite wave, but it's kind of the only thing that's going to make this run still a challenge. So let's just go ahead and do that. Take the fin here. We're over 100% crit chance, but this is worth 20 luck. And we get a free reroll, so it only costs like 60. So I'll take the sunglasses there. Yeah, potato, great. Lucky charm, great. Glasses, I kind of do want more range, but I think I'm just going to reroll because we can't get a free reroll there anyways. We're getting so many energy bracelets. I think I'm actually going to stop taking them. Although they're worth 8 luck every time too. But I do want this Gatling laser to come online at some point, so I'm going to stop taking the energy bracelets. I will take the compass. I will roll again. Okay, I don't think we can go to triple enemy health. On the other hand, I made a commitment to buy every XP item, and I'm sticking to it. So we're going to go with double celery tea going into an elite wave. I'm really hoping I don't roll into a third. We're going to buy the explosive turret and the cog. I'm just going to buy stuff just to like minimize the chance of rolling into a third celery tea. Take the alien tongue. At this point, we no longer want mastery because our damage is coming from the Gatling laser instead of from our pruners. So we want to avoid increasing our melee damage or reducing our range damage. We don't want mastery. We don't want to increase our melee damage at the expense of our ranged damage. Vigilante ring will be only 6% damage, but honestly, I think that's good enough when our percent damage is this low. And we will take the fuel tank as well, lock the silver bullet, and good. We did avoid having to buy the third celery tea. I believe these stack additively, so the enemy will have triple health rather than quadruple health. as if they stack, if it doubled it and then doubled it again, it would be quadruple health. I think it just adds the base health twice, but I suppose we'll find out whether we have the damage to kill a double celery teed elite. As it turns out, I think we do. Probably could have supported the third celery tea without too much trouble there. Turns out, Gatling Laser, even when you don't have any ranged damage, is a very good item. And the damage from our constructs is massive because we've been buying so much elemental damage all game, and we have the Strange Book, so our engineering is increasing our damage output enormously, and we have 100% crit chance. So all of these constructs are doing twice as much damage as the sort of like intended balance for the constructs, the normal balance for the constructs. So they just kill twice as fast as the game expects them to. We'll take the injection here. We'll take the bowler hat. Yeah, I'll keep buying harvesting. We'll recycle that. More dodge. We don't have Retromation's hoodie yet, but I'm going to take the cape just in case. Recycle. Take. Let's go with attack speed, because we have improved tools. I'll take 2 ranged damage to try to boost the damage output of my Gatling Laser, and then we're going to roll here. I'm looking for ranged damage again, so I'll roll one more time. We'll take 4 engineering. Silver bullet, yep. And let's roll. We will take another riposte. We will take the big arms. This gives us a ton of ranged damage, so now we're up to 0 ranged damage, and a bunch of other stats that we like. Laser. I'm going to take the Weird Ghost. We have 46 regeneration, so we'll be happy to take that. The dodge, the crit chance is good for my luck. The dodge, not yet good for Retromation's hoodie, but one can only hope. So we're going to, live our truth and try to buy as much dodge as possible in case we find the hoodie. Plant, metal, even more move speed. You know what? Sure. Even more move speed. We're going to go to 140% move speed. Seems legit to me. Potato, pencil, and banner, and then roll. Reinforced steel. This is one of the items that we actually really wanted because we care about ranged damage and engineering. This was a previously almost impossible combination to find and a really difficult set of stats to get, but the reinforced steel now exists and makes those stats much easier to pick up. Babe with a beard. We'll roll past the triangle. Take the coupon. Roll. Community support won't do very much because there actually are not that many enemies on the field at a given time, but we're going to take it just to pull a unique out of the pool. And I'll take the crown because, how can you be the king of Brotato without a crown? So even though it doesn't do anything, we're going to pick it up. We're going to grab more crit chance for more luck. Keep on rolling. More crit chance. And roll. And more XP gain, because why not? And then I do want all of these items as well, so let's go to wave 19. Got healed back up, I would say, reasonably quickly. I love how fast we are in this run. Our Gatling Laser is just not even getting a chance to shoot because our constructs and our baby with the beard shots and everything are just killing the enemies before the Gatling Laser can even shoot them at all. I don't know if this is the most crates I've seen in a run, but it probably is. Yeah, I think it is. I mean, we're getting like 10 to 12 crates every single wave. It's taken me an hour to play through to wave 20 just because I have to recycle every item that we see, or like pick or recycle through every single item that we see. We'll take this. Sure, more harvesting, why not? We'll take a lure, yep. We'll take a fin. We will take a helmet. Banner. Last hunting trophy. These have only been worth 1,000, which is a little surprising. I'd have expected them to be worth more. Obviously 1,000 is still a ton of money, but, you know. Oh, I should have just taken the range damage there, but we'll just go ahead and grab armor. We'll take attack speed. Here we'll take ranged damage. And here I will take dodge, maybe? No, I'm just going to reroll. I think we can do better. We will take 4 elemental damage, which is also 4 engineering. All right, we've got 4,200 monies going into wave 20. So let's go ahead and buy everything in this shop. Can't buy anything in this shop because it's all weapons. We will buy another bandana, pencil, blindfold, sure. Turret, yep. Book, yep. Yeah, we'll take the energy bracelet, why not? We can keep re-rolling here. The magical leaf, of course, would be good if we were going in endless, but as previously mentioned, this video is already an hour long just in wave 20, so we're going to end it here. We will take the bait, and the duct tape, and the lens, and the scope does hurt my attack speed, but good for the Gatling laser. Cyberball, pencil. Kind of wish we could find a celery tea here. Ooh, a third baby with a beard? Don't mind if I do. Poisonous tonic, why not? Another turret. Ritual. Yeah. Yep, we'll just buy this whole shop. And we will take a cyberball for even more damage. Robot arm. This would also be pretty good if we were going endless. People don't like this item after the nerf. I think this item's amazing after the nerf. That's a huge amount of damage that you're getting every wave, and losing -1 at max HP over the course of like later waves just doesn't matter. So I think the robot arm is actually a very strong item. Anything that scales infinitely, like this item mostly doesn't matter one way or the other for wave 20 runs, but if you get it like wave 16 and it gives you -4 HP for +12 melee damage and +12 engineering, that's a pretty good deal. Or I guess in that case it would be +9, but you get the idea. That's a pretty good deal. And if you're going into endless runs, then this is a huge amount of bonus melee and engineering, effectively for free over the course of long endless runs. So, you know, the robot arm I think is actually a quite good item. Yeah, we'll take the third bag because you can't leave your bags at home. Then you won't have anything to wear on vacation. And this is the most important item for this build, so definitely want to pick it up. Take the alloy and our free reroll and go to wave 20. I expect these elites to vanish very quickly. So let's go ahead and see where they are and how fast we kill them. There's one. All right, there's the other. The octopus head boss died before we actually saw the other boss, before we saw the squid face boss, which is really funny. All right, well, that was a great run. Obviously super fun. Not intended to be challenging, and it wasn't. I'm curious about the scared sausage. Only dealt 3,000 damage, though we only had one of them. Even though we got Pocket Factory fairly early. But I think we were just killing things with because we got the Strange Book, our engineering was so high that we were killing things with the attacks from the constructs rather than the scared sausage. I will say one thing that I wish they would revert is a change that they made where scared sausage doesn't trigger anymore if the initial target gets killed. So it used to be if you had scared sausage and snake and you shot an enemy and it died, the fire would still spread to adjacent enemies. Now that doesn't happen, and I think that's a huge nerf for no reason, and makes the item much less fun and do a lot less damage and just be a lot less interesting. So I don't know why they made that change. Maybe they had a good reason for it, but to me, that feels like a totally unwarranted change, and I wish they would revert it. Other than that, just looking at our items here, I mean, obviously we had some of everything. Got 90 healing from the cute monkeys. We had 4,000 money saved from the coupons. Bag was worth 3k, even though we didn't get them until quite late in an explorer build. 100 healing from the tentacles. 1,000 money from the hunting trophies. 14k from the rip and tear. Obviously, everything went really well for us in that run, as it was always intended to do. Alright, my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this 3MO run. It was very silly, but very satisfying. And, of course, if you did enjoy the run, do feel free to leave a comment and hit like. And, because that, of course, helps me out with the algorithm. Let me know what other 3-character combinations you'd like to see me play. And of course, you can subscribe to my channel for more Brotato and other strategy game content. It's October, so hopefully the DLC is this month. I haven't heard of any change of plan, so we'll see if that launches, and we'll be covering that as soon as it comes out. And modded games in the meantime, because this is so much fun. Alright, thanks for watching, my friends. I'll catch you next time.